Yes, right in front.
Okay, I was just wondering, how did Gishwas go?
Oh, I can never say it. Gishwishers. Gishwish is still going, I think. Is it done?
Yesterday. Friday.
Was done yesterday. Well, I helped out with a couple. I did. I helped out with a few. I helped out with one with a porcelain with a head covered in duct tape. I did a couple of things, and one with a paper mache head. There was a guy, one of my guys that I know from one of the other Comic Cons. He lives in Utah, and he's one of the 300 boys. And thank God you got a brace around your leg because you'd be running after him, and I'd trip you and break your other one. And you would mind control your wheelchair and beat me to it. So there's yeah, but he wanted me to do something with some duct tape and a t-shirt, and I thought, what, you want me to come to Utah and do that? I love Mormons. Oh, you're all very religious sensitive here in Boston, aren't you? Get that out the fucking window. I don't speak like that all the time, girls. No. They're like, yes, you do. We've heard you. Yes, sir. Question. Yes.
Can I have your autograph?
No. They won't let me do that here because, and I'll explain why, and now I have to explain it, you dodo shithead. Because a lot of other people are waiting in line, and the con, they have to pay for that. I get a fee, they have to pay for it. And if I do that for you, it's extremely unfair for all of those other people, correct? Sorry. And if I also did it, he would come up and he'd break your arms, and I do not want him to do that to you.
He can try.
He could try. Oh! Next to anybody else? Yes, right there.
Come on, stand up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're a double act.
You are? Good. I'd like to watch that. Especially you with that beard. Tickle, tickle. She knows what I'm talking about. On your face, right? Yes.
Big fans of your work, and not only on Torchwood, but actually, don't really have a question. It's actually more of a thank you.
Oh, okay, go on.
I don't know.
Let me just light up a cigarette here.
Everyone here is well versed with the many wonderful things you do. I don't know how many people know that what amazing things you've done also for the deaf community as well. My wife and I actually have a daughter who is severely hard of hearing, and your work, the experiment that you did where you had your hearing suppressed, and the write-up you did on that was inspirational. I just wanted to thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Very funny. So I came out, I do a pantomime every year in Glasgow, Scotland, and when I first did it for the first time, when I did it in the South Coast near England, near London, I walked out and we were doing, nobody told me, this was my first experience, because I have signers for every show that I do. I make sure there's a sign. We have at least one show every 2 weeks that we can get, now for a hard of hearing or deaf people. And I came out to this one particular show, my first one ever, and I was like so excited. It was such a good show. They were a very quiet audience. I don't know why. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to run down stage. I'm going to go, bow, and they're going to go cheer, and I run down stage, and they go, what the hell are they waving at me for? Why are they waving? I'm like, wave, cheer, do something. And someone leaned over and went, they're deaf. They can't hear you. I'm like, oh, that's what that lady over there is doing. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. No, and if you don't know, I'm one of the celebrity patrons of the charity Hearing Dogs for Deaf People, where we provide, sorry, I'm out of breath now. We provide dogs for them so that if they're living by themselves, The dogs will alert them to problems, to people at the door. It's also very different because if you're walking down the street and someone is deaf or hard of hearing, you don't know. So you may go up and have a conversation with them, and in order for some people to lip read, you have to look at them. And that's a total lie, because I know deaf people who read lips from miles away, and they're like, we know exactly what they're saying. So be careful, because them sons of bitches deaf people will tell your secrets. Quietly. It raises money for the dogs to help out deaf people in the hard of hearing community, and it's really great. And I went what they called, I wasn't 100%, but I went deaf for a day. They blocked my hearing completely, and it was the most amazing experience in a good way and in a bad way, because I changed in the 24 hours that it was doing in good ways and bad ways. I'm very outgoing, I became very reserved, and also people around me, very close to me, treated me differently. For instance, my manager, I was trying to get him to fix my phone and take a picture, and having him saying to him, take a picture, and he's going, what? I'm saying, can you fix it? I can't hear it. And he went, oh, give me the phone! I was like, well, you're not getting your 10% anymore. So yeah, it was interesting, and if anybody wants to look it up, go to my website. It's all connected, and thank you very much. Yes! Yes! Oh, and also, I have to say, because I'm really proud of it, it's part of the reason with all the charity work that I've done, I got an MBE from the British government and the Queen. Yep. So I truly am now a Queen. I'm a member of the British Order, and I get it, and in about the next 5-6 weeks they'll announce, it's already been announced, but I'm very pleased with it, very chuffed for my work in the entertainment industry and for charity, so cool. Yes?
Well, it's about your character on Torchwood and Doctor Who.
Are you telling me about him, or are you...
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, then I said, you know Captain Jack, and you know how he's by set? Yes, I played him. And very nice jacket. You're welcome. Your braces should be a little bit more over by your hip bones. Not by your vanini. Oh my God, please tell me you're 18. And if you're not, shut up. Go ahead.
You know how on Torchwood you're a lot more serious than when you're on Doctor Who?
Yes.
Is that hard for you to switch over? Like...
Hell no. You see how I am. Look at you. Just sit down again like you were over there. Sit down. No, sit down. Right there. No, sit down like you were over there. Packing out down there.